Check 1 2 1 2. It's your boy. Mic check 1 2 1 2. 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 Mic check, mic check. It's your boy back at it again. It's your boy. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's your boy. Your boy. Mic check 1 2 1 2. This be the stream. You can probably hear me. Okay, so let's get this started. Waste no time. I'm also streaming on twitch.tv/KINGOFGAME5. Yeah, it's the 5 with an S. Okay, so there's a little fro guy there for whatever reason. Let's remove this guy. So, all right. So let's see. Let's open up that script. That scriptola. What was it? All right. Peter McKinnon type of guy. That's all I remember. You could get into some stuff. Okay, this guy. One more about this guy. I didn't see off top. Corduroy jacket. He's gotta have that. He's gotta be the quintessential hipster. With that same filter in every photo. So let's add some music, sort of help.
Gotcha! 楽しいデュエルだったぜ、先生。
Peter McKinnon in Japan. Fro Knows Photo here with the photography news. That's on the TV right now. Sort of slice of life number playing in the background. Peter McKinnon's watching. He's watching and observing Fro. But it's not these characters, just the characters. Just a big reminder. I have to self-edit. Bam boom bam boom. I'm so stoned. So we in this. Oh, yo, get the fuck out of here. Peter McKinnon's gonna be like, yo, let's work together. Put it this way. He's gonna be an Uber Chad in this fucking comic. He's gonna be a Chad, man. It's not him per se, but yeah. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. So remember, this guy knows parkour. What the heck? Come on now. Okay. So, okay, let's see. Do we like this? Can I get another? Another comment? not Photoshop, this is some other shit. Music. Okay. I'm not stalling for time, promise. Just I'm not happy with these. Whatever. I'll work with what I have. Okay, the small box. Okay, here we go. What's the story I want to tell, first of all? Simple story. No longer than this. Come on.
Oh my gosh, I thought that room was for a second.
Oh, hey.
I was like, oh shit. I'm glad you're in here.
Yeah. I was really getting to drawing the first panel right now. Like, what could it be? It's gonna set the tone. So I'm drawing the back of a thing in a Sony camera.
Nice.
The viewfinder in the back, the big screen.
Yeah.
He's just I was thinking, what would a photographer? What do they do the most? They do a lot of this, looking at their photos.
Yeah. You gonna make sure he has a camera strap, right?
We want this character to be that kind of guy.
I mean, as long as he doesn't have holsters, I think we're okay.
Okay, but he's supposed to be cool, right?
I mean, I don't think a camera, like, what are they called? I just said a camera strap isn't not cool. I mean, you have to take a poll with other people. Because Matt,
Hey, what's up?
is having a camera strap uncool?
Definitely not. Depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
Like if you have an old school, like an 80s FTD, you want like one of those old styled crossbodies or whatever. I mean, some people use like a hand harness, I guess you would call it, like a hand grip. A hand grip. Some people use.
A hand grip is good idea.
Some people just use a gimbal. It depends on what you want to do.
So we're still creating a comic book character that's a cameraman.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to think like, okay, I don't think that.
But is he the quintessential cool camera guy?
So we're trying to figure out. Obviously, I don't think holsters would be very cool. They're functional and great, but not cool.
What about Mackie straps? You might be able to get a sponsorship.
That's true. Oh my god, you could totally get sponsorships out of this, Johnny. I didn't even think about that. I mean,
I'm just doing it for the art, man. It's all about the art.
I mean, eventually, once you have a lot of them written,
I mean, that would be cool.
people might want to be like part of it.
Yeah, I would love that.
Hi Megan, how are you? I'm good. Getting ready to go to a nail appointment.
Oh, I just got mine done.
Nice. What'd you get?
So
PTR.
okay,
Right? Yeah,
The lady I go to, is a good friend of mine, so I was just like, you know what, I don't really have a vision, so just do whatever you want. And it came out so cute. Like, I love them. Oh shit, I have to turn over. Hang on. Pause. PTR can't load right now. 1 second. Yes, I don't want you hitting any other animals. I don't see any animals right now. Well, this stupid person in front of me is trying to turn down a train track. Interesting. You do you, boo.
I'm getting French. I always get French, but I think this time I'm gonna put a second white line underneath that white line.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you like the oval French, or do you do like the more circle?
So I do almond shape, and then I get a V
Okay,
for my French.
gotcha.
I cut myself shaving. Damn it. Like a child.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, but I cut myself in an area that doesn't feel very good.
So Nikki, where are the sneak peeks at?
Wait, hold on. Let me rewind. Of my engagement photos or of...
Of the workshop / engagement photo.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Braulio posted a couple, but let me... Okay, my favorite one.
Okay. PTR.
Oh, cool. I like your chocolatey color. That's cute.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so in this photo, obviously there's more of it. You can see my super cute shoes. But yeah. Shit, are these always these? I haven't worn these pants forever. Oh my god. Ouch. Yeah, we've been talking about comics for like the past 2 hours almost, haven't we?
Yeah, practically creating one right now.
Yeah. Gianna is writing a comic book series about a cameraman.
So what about this cameraman?
He knows parkour.
Oh.
He gets shots that no one can. You know, he's a cool guy. He has a corduroy jacket. Looks like Peter McKinnon.
Oh hell, I got
He's Meter Big Kinnon.
Meter McKinnon.
But there are also other archetypes in there that may have similar resemblance, likeness to people in the real world, in reality. Such as Frono's Photo,
Yes.
Jason Amir. But it's Layson Jr. Because I'm not that inventive or imaginative, or even care or sort of welcome lawsuits.
So guys from the YouTubes, huh?
I suppose.
Some of them.
Yeah.
We've got some.
Put it this way. We have Ansel Adams come back and kick the ass of this arrogant photographer character.
That's a
Who
good idea. One Ansel Adams.
teaches him a lesson. Son, though you were born with a talent, innate talent, you cannot continue being an asshole just because your pictures are revered. And yeah, I don't know. before
He's
it
got
shot
a
you.
magic camera, basically. So when he takes photos, things
Right.
come to life.
That's gonna take us to 20 places. But these things cannot stay alive for too long, unless they know the secret to photons, you know. So it gets into some like comic science in there. But it's gag, you know, funny humor situations like models, sexual miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's what's miscommunicate? A lot of miscommunication, sexual undertones, but awkwardly ones. But eventually, he does find a real one. It didn't make him feel. I don't know. This guy sounded like an incel kind of guy. But he's not. But he kind of is, because that's not in his mind. He's really a photographer. He loves the craft so much that it drives the women he meets insane, because he's so committed to the craft. Sorry, babe, I gotta shoot a blog. But then he takes it too far. You know, they're in bed together. Sorry, babe, I gotta shoot a blog. Because his commitment to the game. You get funny gags like that, maybe. Still playing with that one.
See, but if you go that route, then he looks more like a fuckboy.
Yeah, that's an archetype too.
I mean, it's an art.
These characters are pitted against each other in this tournament of sorts. No matter what their personalities or, you know, sins or whatever, devilry.
So did you decide to go more towards the adult side?
I think I sort of don't want to be like, because this is mostly adult photographer demographic. They're gonna get like, you know,
Yeah.
kids are not gonna pick this up, and if they happen to get their hands on it, at least they're gonna leave knowing some technical specs. You know what I'm saying? Canon has been suffering because they've been able to not keep up with Sony's inventiveness. You know, some I don't know where I'm going with that, but like Canon with the K and Sony with the.
That you asked me to Matt, and you have to ask Danette. And this is how it started. You asked me my favorite comic, and then we just spun off on to a very long conversation creating a comic.
There's a conglomerate of ideas
Yeah.
that spans even further than you and I. We got some. Kevin was here, and I'm drawing it right now on Discord actually. This.
Yeah, the Discord link. He's drawing the comic.
The diopter allows the this guy to see different levels of reality. So you have in the spectrum now, because he's able to crack the code of the diopter, because no one ever uses
You
it.
gotta throw a light meter in there somewhere.
Yeah, he can manipulate light with that. That's why I say it's alien tech.
Okay.
It has a nice ring to it.
I still feel like he goes into an old camera store and the dude comes out of the dark room, all mysterious, comes out, tells him to buy this camera, and that's the one that has the magical.
Right. Okay. We could. Okay. Let's add that in there. Addendum. Okay. Let's that go. It's still alien tech, but he got it at the antique. But it was fake. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because of his DNA and the alien technology that
Well,
links them.
maybe the dude that's in the dark room is one of his relatives. Because remember, didn't we say he's estranged from his family?
Right. But he's also the big bad.
Right.
Because he lurks in the shadow. He's a dark room figure. He's just socially awkward. He's a true incel. You get what I'm saying? He forgot that photography can also, you can play with that sort of thing. I'll play more with that. So it's like,
Anybody else think of anything?
oh, this is funny. Please feel free, throw in what you can, if you want to
So
continue.
yeah, we're creating basically a comic book about a superhero that uses a camera as his kind of like Captain America shield style or Wonder Woman's lasso type of thing. That's his.
Well, he's not that. Like,
You know, you say he's not a superhero, but he's definitely a hero.
he's a good guy. He does some heroic things, but he doesn't go out of his way to do it.
Okay.
Or maybe, there's that too, man. He got like, he does good things. Like, he'll be ethical. He's ethical. But he's caught in some funny gray zone situations.
But he always picks the right direction.
Right. But he's not like a hero. Do you want to add some like gritty New York like crime stuff, like subway type of thing?
Shit, ask Danette. I know you're in New York, too, Gianni, but Danette's, she could give you some awesome stories.
Danette, you want to add on? I'm open. We're really just stacking here, Billy.
Where are you now in this story?
We're adding to it now, like the location. I'm thinking setting New York. Did this camera guy go out of his way to like save a person from being pushed off the platform? Like, do I take it there? Is that something? Yeah, there's like a sort of right turn there.
I don't know.
I could make it interesting.
The scenic, like, area. Like, what if it's someone who's trying to, like, jump off a bridge and you have the whole skyline behind, you know?
Yo, yeah, there's gonna be panels of those, of course. Yeah, you'd love to see those, right?
Like that.
New York skyline, drawn, hand drawn. Okay.
You know what would be really funny? Since the camera, when he shoots things with it, they come to life. There's a billboard of like a giant mattress or something, and the dude is jumping, and he shoots the mattress, and the mattress, you know, comes out, and the dude lands on the mattress, and he saves him that way. Because you said you wanted to be more gay too.
What about a giant Calvin Klein model?
Oh my god.
Like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but it's like...
Right on Houston and
You should
Broadway.
use art from the 90s, and...
Yes.
Because he'll be all buff and shit. That would look great.
Right?
So he has like a Godzilla
Yeah.
type of figure. I really like the idea.
Yeah, it's such a fun idea. Also, I didn't realize that Matt liked comics, so like that's why I learned something new about Matt today too. A different Matt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, do you like comics like that?
Oh, no, I'm not that. I'm not that guy, no.
I didn't think so. Wasn't sure, but I didn't think so. Which is perfectly fine.
Do you know these YouTubers, photographer YouTubers, Matt?
I've heard of them, you know, I've seen Peter McKinnon drink coffee, and I know Fro is out of Philadelphia. I've
Tony
shot-
Norfolk. No one's safe.
I've seen a couple of things, but he's too monotone for me.
Who, Pro?
No, Tony
Norfolk.
Yeah, I think he's too monotone for me. I've shot with Francisco Hernandez.
Okay.
You know.
Except we need to have Peter Hurley and one for the...
I got it. Let me Google Peter Hurley YouTube. Just to get a. What is this guy known for?
Headshots. He runs the whole headshot community.
LinkedIn guy? The LinkedIn guy. There's gonna be a platform saga.
Okay.
Like there's the link. I guess like LinkedIn's versus the Instagrammers versus.
Y'all are getting deep into this.
I know, right?
Yeah,
It's
man.
nice though. It's like taking me away from what was on my brain. That's why I came on here. I needed to like escape.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about one of the comics being he's working with a model and doesn't realize she's like super Instagram model, and she's there trying to take selfies and he's trying to shoot, and he goes to try and shoot her, and then the camera like she quick puts her cell phone in front to take a selfie, and it hits the camera and the camera comes to life and like tries to attack her, like her phone.
The clone, her literal spinning image. The camera does it creates another, and this other doesn't last long unless one of them only can stay.
Yeah,
That's the rules.
only one.
Drama ensues. But usually the clone image doesn't really can't even register what's going on before it goes out of existence. So the guy with the camera is ethically, he feels he's ethical by lying to them, by saying, by making them pretending they're real ones. Because then it gets into that. It's like, oh damn, I'm bringing these images to life,
Oh, there's ethics.
and they think they're the real one. Come again?
I said, oh, there's ethics in this story. That's great.
Yeah, like there's gonna be. I want to raise those questions. I want it to be in depth. But I also want it to be gagged, just to keep people,
Well,
new
it's
sense
a
of newness.
well-rounded comic.
Yeah.
You gotta have like the Woodall camera guy too.
Camera guy. What? Oh, I missed that.
Go ahead, Matt. You go first.
No, go ahead.
I gotta think about it a little bit more. Like,
You said you were to have the setting in New York. What locations were you gonna have?
Soho. One scene where all the fashion photographers gang up on one photographer because he's avant-garde. He's I don't know how that situation would come. I guess because he's taking shots with his phone as opposed to like DSLR. And they just feel he's blaspheming kind of situation, and they all want to jump him. Maybe funny situation like that.
I'm still rescue.
Because he is that guy. He's the quintessential. This is just one arc with a different character. Maybe he's the iPhone camera guy. Like he's the one that takes the jobs from the regular photographers, the camera body photographers. He takes all their jobs. He's notorious for that. And he's right now in Soho in that somewhere in Broome and then Green Street, somewhere there, making all these camera body photographers jealous right there, and filled with envy. And this is their one chance to get him.
Have all the models like hanging on his shoulder and stuff, and
Yeah, they're all they're swinging on the fire escapes like it was a jungle. Think Planet of the Apes type, ganging up, a band of ninjas. Because remember, this is a parkour battle, and then you cue the dubstep music.
you really want the parkour. I can feel it.
Wow.
He's gonna leave a lot of fun stuff to draw. Because photography is just standing, or you got to be more dynamic than that to make it interesting.
I mean, you can always do like the.
Well, it's not only just standing, but you're laying down, all that kind of thing too.
Kind of like you're sliding in baseball, but he's shooting the camera as he's sliding through.
Yeah, of course, there's gonna be situations where he gets those money shots. There's that guy, that quintessential guy that goes, he does some strange Spider-Man poses just to get that no other photographer would ever dream of doing, and hence why he gets the shot. Gets the shot guy. He can contort his body, like really play with the idea, like an owl's head, to get a 720 shot. Which is deemed impossible by modern physics itself. The narrator, you read the narrator bubble.
Right. I'm still trying to figure out what different lenses, because remember we talked about each lens having a different.
You gotta have the 70 to the what is that? The 200. You got this lens, telephoto lens, is not like any other telephoto lens.
I'm telling you, the zoom one has to make things tiny just because.
A lens that turns people tiny. All these lenses do. Oh, damn! You just opened up Pandora's box right there.
And you said we can do the kit lens, makes everything blurry.
the,
Nothing's in focus with the kit
the
lens.
kit lens makes everything lower quality of life.
There you go.
Like you can see something morphing into a lower quality, starting from the resolution, to that person that they're literally taking the picture of, their clone version of them. They're walking around, they're alive now. Kill me now. If you want to, they're monsters. They don't want to be exist because they're bad photos. Maybe we go. You're funny. That was a funny one.
I think we lost Matt.
Matt's a fallen one. He's a fallen soldier.
Sorry, I'm not much help. My head's not in this today.
No, that's fine. I mean, no one's pressured to do anything. I'm really rambling. Sorry.
Yes, it's alright. It's good. It's distracting me, like I said, The world had some shady people in it.
And I'm just getting ready for a nail appointment, so we're just kind of like shooting the shit and coming up with ideas.
Yeah, my little one's getting up in about 15 minutes. I have to go parent-teacher conference today.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, he's a good kid. I don't ever worry about it, so.
That's a good thing.
He's a good. Our daughters look the same age. How old's your little girl?
She's 10.
Oh, okay, yeah, my daughter just turned 9.
Yep.
My son is 10.
And my son is 8.
How funny. So they're opposites.
Definitely a different dynamic, because I had I have 2 older brothers, but I didn't grow up with one of them. So it's weird raising them opposite, because like my daughter acts like my big brother did. So my son. I'm just like, don't do that. Be nice. They're always fighting. Not always. That sounds bad. They get along, but
Normal, I literally feel like, Nicole, and I'm so sorry. I want to make sure I pronounce your name correctly. Is it Gianni? Is that what it's?
Yeah, exactly. I pronounce
I
it.
literally feel like, and I'm not this kind of person, Gianni. I don't think we've ever met in a room before, but I want to really beat someone's face in right now. Like, that's how mad I am.
Wow. Okay.
really?
Yeah. Just really mad.
Is it? Wait, what happened?
Just frustration, Megan. I'm really frustrating.
Is it like a real life, not life person, but someone you know off of here, or someone?
It's the same situation I've been dealing with since you and I.
Yeah.
I just
talking about
the documentation provided to me, and literally, I'm just gonna say it quick and be done with it.
Yeah.
It states in there that I had a head injury and I must have some memory loss, and I don't remember signing signing any documentation about no refunds, but I didn't sign Jack, and it was all photoshopped. And the fact that my accident was caught and trying to use my accident against me, it just made me want to put my phone and wring a neck. Like I wish I had.
And you're not the only person. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I did get a lawyer, so working on that lawyer's trying to figure out how we can do this across multiple states because there's 27 now people involved, and I just spoke to yesterday who has 3 more people that she wants to bring into this, so it's turning into a really big thing. But and then actually said that I threatened him. I fucking threatened him that I sent threatening text messages. Shit, I never sent one threat message. Everyone was just, hey, haven't heard from you. Where you been? Hey, waiting to hear from you. Like, I'm not stupid. So it's just people take it to that level.
Right.
Sorry.
So he's backed into a corner, and he's gonna try and throw anything and everything at it, even though
He's trying to kick himself to get out of it.
it's not gonna work because the amount of people.
But honestly, Danette, I don't know if this means anything, but it's super awesome of you to be the one person that's actually standing up and fighting for what's right, because that's not cool. That's not what somebody should do, and nobody should ever feel like, oh, well, it's just money down the drain. No, that's money that you spent on something that you never got anything back from it. You never got any knowledge, learning, anything like that. You never got any of it. You never got what was promised to you.
You're right.
So,
Simple, Megan. If you would have come to me, Megan, today and say, I really have a problem and I need this, I'd be like, here you go, and I would give it to you. But when you just take it, I have
yeah, exactly.
with that, and that's where I'm at now. And now I'm being made to look like the bad person, but all right, it's just today's a mentally emotional day. Not the day. I'm gonna take that statement back. It's that the last few fucking moments of my afternoon were fucked up. I read through all that, and it brought me back to what feeling in the beginning of all this. But ugh.
And I know what I'm about to say is much easier to say than it is to do, but don't let it overcome you or overpower you, because you are a freaking badass woman, and you don't need all of this stress and things like that to affect you physically, emotionally, mentally, all of those ways. Like, take some time for you. Like, do things that you enjoy to do.
Oh, thank you, honey. And you are too. You're so like mature and beyond your years. You know, it's all good. It's gonna be all good. It's fine. I keep saying everything's always good. It's all good.
Yes.
It will be okay.
You got this. You're not going down without a fight.
No, I won't. I will not. But you know when you want that instant gratification, you just want to see like.
Yes.
Right.
I
Definitely.
want it now.
But this is not going to be instant. I mean, like I said, every day the numbers climb. Like I just spoke to a girl yesterday who was literally bullied into like not speaking, like got blocked via text message, blocked from social media before everything appeared from there, and was told that because her trip got canceled because of COVID, and when she questioned, hey, where my money's going to get applied going forward, his response was, I'll tell you when I feel like it, but you made me mad, so I need to think if I want to tell you that. Like,
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
sadistic, condescending piece of shit. Like, he really has the upper hand. You don't know who I am, I'll ruin you, he told her. So I'm like, this from people about how this guy is, and it's just the more I hear, the more I want to take a trip out to Texas, you know what I mean? And just,
Right.
know the wiser, and...
It's funny because Colton was like, let me know where he lives, I'll stop by. I'm like, no, I'm not getting you in trouble.
Yeah, no, not in today's day. If this was 1980, girl, I would have been on a plane fucking 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have made phone calls to family and been like, yo, meet me out here.
Yep.
But it's not 1980 anymore, and, you know, it's sad. It's really sad, but it's okay.
You have a strong enough case. Definitely. Proof.
Oh.
Yeah. do need, though, if you can find for me, because I did get Heather to find it, but he gets so distracted so easily. There's an image that's been circulating of just a vest, and I think you know what I'm talking about. It's an orange vest, and it got circulated on here, and I need a copy of that shit. I keep pestering Heather, but she's so California that it's like hard to get her to respond to me sometimes.
You said a vest?
Yeah, it's an image of just a vest that's circulated on here.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, basically, like, wearing just the vest.
Oh, I don't think I took a snapshot of it.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. I do.
I know other people have it. Like, I think Patrick might have it. I gotta ask around.
Yeah. I'll check through my Clubhouse album, because I end up making an album for all the Clubhouse photos.
Yeah, thank you. That was one I'm sure you wanted to delete.
Right? I basically just moved on. I was like, that's just weird. Let me take myself out of this situation.
Yeah, but that's proof of behavior patterns.
Yeah.
It'll just
Well, yeah, and not everyone can do that. Not everyone can be like, all right, so I'm gonna move forward. And plus, I didn't pay for a trip. That's why I really didn't go to Paris outside of, COVID vaccine restrictions. I didn't go because of how that whole situation was. It was like a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help, I was going to help out. So, I'm gonna look for the photo quick. Steven, come up here.
Steven, where are you at in the world right now? I haven't had an update in a while. Are we still van life in it? What are we doing?
I wish I could van life it.
Yeah, me too. I'm just too needy, to be 100% honest.
See, I could if I didn't have kids, I think. Because kids have to go to school, and
I can't
I mean-
be alone is the thing, and I can't be with someone who's gonna annoy the shit out of me.
true. That's true. I mean, you could always go to, different van life communities.
Yes. I also wouldn't trust, sleeping in a van. I feel like somebody would come and try to murder me in my sleep. I'm not a very adventurous type of person, so... But it sounds like a fun idea. I wish I could.
I don't see the photo. I don't think I have it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna look in some other albums to see.
All right. But in your conversation with anyone, if you remember anyone that might have a copy of it,
Okay.
ask them to send it to Deb, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Esteban. Esteban. Come on up here, man. Mr. Where's Bree napping? I wonder what drama's going on in the Keylight world.
Wait, Nikki, can you see the room that Mariah's in right now, or no?
I saw it earlier,
Okay.
but I was alone in this room, so I didn't want to leave. Hold on, let me look.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pass up and pass the bagel. That one.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, okay, that was a whole speed bump. Alright.
Yeah, I don't think Mariah is the one that blocked me. And Dallas was in here earlier, so like really confused.
It's really weird.
Yeah. It's actually really nice outside.
It is.
Nicole.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have
Wait, what?
so I have this guy checking his camera gallery, you know, through the
Okay.
screen in the back.
Yeah.
As he's casually doing that, he's jumping from building to building.
Okay.
You know, he's doing his parkour thing.
It's a good idea.
I just fill you in right now. So far, I have like 2 panels. And
A
he's
gallery show would be a good situation too for I almost said an episode. What an issue. Comic books are issues. Alright.
that's how he's heading there.
Yeah. Alright, give me a second. I'm walking into the nail salon. I'm gonna put my AirPod in.
Did you put your earbuds in yet?
You're probably greeting her, sitting her down.
Go get my little one from the bus stop.
Yeah, just lounging around here. Drawing clouds. Jason Momoa. Uber Chad. Cameraman. I gotta finish this. The pilot. ASAP. Can't waste any time. Still here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I was just reading the chat.
Yeah, I'm still drawing. Peter McKinnon guy. The archetype guy, the protagonist, jumping over from building to building as he's checking his gallery in his camera body. Casually just jumping from building to building, rooftop to rooftop.
So is he throwing player cards at throwing playing cards at the enemy?
No, we're not there yet. Like right now, it's a slow burn. He's on the way to a photo gallery, but he's doing it a la Batman style from like the rooftop window.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why he's creepily going about it. I have to find the justification for it. Other than his love for parkour. Oh yeah, no, this is a shot he wants to. He's a journalist too. I guess, damn, we have to go down that route. Or do we? Freelance.
Not too close to Peter Parker, but yeah.
Not too. You don't get too close there, buddy. 6 feet. Yeah, I know. I don't want to take it there. He's a photographer. He don't care about all that other. I mean, he does, but not enough to like follow it as a vocation. He cares about the shot, the image. That's what he cares about. Because this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna appeal to photographers, I guess. Sort of super niche. Yeah. So he's jumped to that building. Oh, I don't know where Nicole is. She went inside the nail salon.
Yeah.
God knows what they do in there. Let's see.
Well, Tommy is a visual storyteller. Maybe he can help you.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, what's up?
Just talking. Building a comic book. Improv style.
Oh, comic book. Are you doing that with illustrations or with photos or something else?
Yeah, like I'm doing this with like in the chat. Nicole and I were working on this. You know, started just like an idea, but I'm drawing right now on the Discord link, which I'll link again in the chat. And right there, you could just see like the illustration I'm working on. If you care,
Okay,
if you
I'll
care,
check it out.
if you care to look. But I want it to be like a satire thing. Taking these archetypal YouTube personalities, I guess, and create archetypal characters based on them. Not just them alone, but it will resemble them. So I just put it out there now. And you know, they clash as photographers do in certain issues of photography culture. Throwing a little bit of that, some gags in there. You gotta fit in action, like fighting action, because those are fun things to draw. Gonna add some models in there, sexy scenes. Not gonna go into Smutville, but you know, adult maybe. So long as there's like a photographer's lesson in there, you know. Always have a model's release form. And the narrator, you know, sort of editor's note there. So many directions you can go with this. But the zanier, I guess the better. I guess, you know, more interesting, compelling I'll make the story. Yeah. Any ideas? I'm open.
Well, visual storytelling is a very broad discipline. Visual storytelling can go from anything from assembling a story around information such as how many transactions per second are happening on a financial network, to here's a video reel, to here's a comic book. It takes on many forms. And so I appreciated that anybody would ask me for my opinion, but for the illustration, this is not necessarily my speciality, as it were. Unless you're just asking me for my opinion as a consumer, in which case
Yeah.
I have lots of opinions because I love comics. I have a comic book collection that goes back to the 80s.
I am asking you. Yes. Thoughts, please. Do you think? Let me ask you this specific question. Did you enjoy Mad TV growing? Mad TV comics? Did you read that?
That a question for me?
Yes, Tommy.
Let me see if I can close one of these apps because I'm getting a terrible echo. I'm probably gonna have to drop from Clubhouse here.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it over here. So what was the question you were asking?
Oh, you're my. Okay. Did you read Mad TV magazine comics?
Oh man, so a little bit, but it wasn't really my fave. The comics that I enjoy are like Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Dark Horse Comics, superheroes. So,
Right.
so stuff like that.
Right.
Batman, Superman, X-Men, um, Bucky. Let's see.
Winter Soldier.
Man, I've got so many comics. Spider-Man. I've got so many comics. I've got stacks and stacks. I've even got Star Wars comics that are some
Wow,
pretty
okay.
freaking epic comics. But yeah, just
Back in
I've
the
got
Marvel
comics
day.
going back.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I've got,
It's still Marvel still
Yeah.
still right, of course, right? They do the Star Wars comics still, I assume. I presume.
man, huge respect. This is really cool, man. You've got the top-down view. So what's the hand in the top pane? Is that over a sink?
No, this
Or is that
this
over
a
a swimming
blueprint.
pool?
This is supposed to be a camera. But
Okay, I see that. I see that.
I wasn't really looking at any reference. Just placeholder there. This is the screen. You know, this guy, he's casually just going through his gallery for whatever reason, which will be revealed later, jumping over a building while he's doing it nonchalantly. I'm getting a close-up here. I guess a thought is a concern to this guy. You know, he looks like Peter McKinnon because that was Nicole's suggestion. We want this guy, like, you know, to represent the Chad, and we just gave that role to the Peter McKinnon archetype. He's the quintessential cool photographer, right? And which will make, I guess, readers, you know, the one identify with cool. But it's also, that's why I ask you about the Mad TV, because I wonder if you appreciate satire, because this may be a satire kind of comic too.
Sure, no problem. I would just say if you're asking for feedback, I would say for the camera, it's a lot more easily a camera in the mind if you give it a little bit of 3-dimension underneath and on the side. You know, give it the box shape.
You're absolutely right.
Maybe the lens out front. There you go.
This is the angle I was going for, sort of a first-person view. The camera necessarily wouldn't be.
Because it almost looks like
it's tricky.
I can see the camera, but it almost looks like, okay, there you go. That's what my eye was needing, a little bit of shade on that side or something like that, because
Those USB ports.
it could easily also be
Shade.
like the umbrella next to a swimming pool and the guy is looking down across his hand at a swimming pool. There you go, that helped. And then maybe some contrast in the background. But yeah, sure, go ahead, fill it in. This is cool, man. I've never seen anybody making a comic before. Although I do have some friends in the comic book industry. One of my friends runs New York Hardcore Comics.
Yeah.
Another one of my friends runs Kessler Comics out of Texas. And then I have another friend that produces comic books, but I'm gonna say it. He does not produce good comic books. They're awful. But I still try to support him, right? And it's not awful because the art is awful. It's just awful because the subject matter is all bathroom humor. It's all like 5-year-old bathroom humor about poo poo pee pee. I'm like, come on, dude.
That
Use
sounds
your
funny.
talent.
That sounds
For some-
funny though. Just the irony. It's just.
Like, use your talent for something useful. It's like give up somebody a message that is exciting. Nobody gets excited about a pile of crap in the bathroom, but he can't get his head out of the toilet. It's all bathroom humor for 5-year-olds. But other than that, you know, I do try to support the guy. He asked me if I would come and do voiceover or something for one of his characters. I'm like, no, man, I don't want to be. I mean, it's like Diary of a Wimpy Kid level childishness. Like, I don't have any interest in that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like I'm gonna, and this comic book is gonna our brainchild, Nicole and I, is gonna have some gag it's gonna have all the influence of an X-Men. It's gonna the stylings of that, you know. But it's not gonna be how it start. It's not gonna be obvious that that's the direction it's going. It's gonna be deep in its plot. But it's also gonna be like a sort of like a newbie's manual of how to be a photographer at the same time. A come up in story.
Wow, that's cool. I'm interested then. That's interesting. What kind of story do you want to tell in terms of your plot? Have you identified? It looks like you've already identified a main character, a protagonist, if you will.
Yeah, like I had described it already. Keep throwing his name around, but yeah. So it's like, that's why I mean it's gonna be satire, because I'm gonna get these YouTube personalities in there. I don't know if that's a wise decision. Legally, I suppose it would be if it's just in good fun. I don't know why I find it funny. We just found it funny, Nicole and I. Because I'm like, I think it rests on the archetypal sort of is what makes it funny. Like you have like the techie guy who's very anal about his knowledge. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus the cool, doesn't really take photography as serious as that guy, but is successful still. Like playing with these ideas of like what it really means to be a photographer from like, you know, this
I like it that you're bringing in different personality types, because that's really what happens in this space is you have a lot of people whose personalities clash. You got type A, artsy people, you got highly analytical people, and they're all trying to exist together in a shared space. And that produces all kinds of conflict, which is precisely what you need for a compelling story. You need conflict and then resolution.
Yes. And you've written stuff before?
Say what?
Have you written before? You sound like you know
literature, yes.
Fundamentals.
I was going to get a literary degree in college until I discovered a computer, and then I mean I'm equal parts arts and sciences. So the liberal arts of literature, photography, videography, the paintings, sculptures, music. I mean, I dabble in all of it. I've sung professionally, for example, since I was a child. I've performed in venues across the world, including Carnegie Hall. As a musician, I do photography on the side, not as a hobby, but as a second business, and videography. Then I also do a lot. I use math to pay the bills. It's been my primary career, because I listened to somebody a long time ago who told me that there would never be any money in the arts. And I went and got a technical degree, and I've been in computer science, professionally speaking. I've been in computer science, applied statistics, math, modeling, machine learning, artificial intelligence kind of stuff, algorithms and automation for the last 25 years, cloud. But I still look to explore kind of the arts really often, because it's the part of my soul that I feel is alive. The other part I feel is thinking and understanding and modeling the world. But I also really love the arts, and I love being artistic. And the study of literature helps you understand how to tell a good story, even if you are telling a story around scientific data. You need to be able to understand how to tell a story.
Yeah, story beats. So much.
Studying Shakespeare helps with that.
Yeah.
Like Shakespeare, everybody from Plato to Shakespeare to Thomas Hardy to Stephen King. You look at all kinds of different genres, all kinds of different storytellers, all kinds of different masterful artists. I don't really think that George R.R. Martin is an author anybody should pay attention to. For the quality of the literature. He's really good at character development, and he tells a good story, but the quality of his literature is absolutely I feel like it degrades the entire genre of literature. the all-encompassing genre of literature. I feel like the quality of his writing is just junk. I read The Song of Ice and Fire, all of that. I guess that's another thing, and things it seems like you do it too. The more you read, the more easy it is for you to kind of emulate the really good storytelling, but to put your own twist on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is neat. Do you have any other pains ready to get, or are you just getting started?
As in, what do you mean specifically?
Do you have any other pages for your comic book yet, or is this the very beginning?
A lot of it's like it's dispersed throughout many different sketchbooks, PDF files. Now
And that's so much work.
This thing with no, because it's centered around this one. I'm writing this pet project that is forever I'm working on, and it could be better organized, I suppose. But it's mostly in my mind, and it's mostly scribbled in notes. It's sketchbooks, characters. This is a completely different story, and I'll show you. This is a completely different story. I was working on it. Working on it on stream. As I stream on Twitch, which I'm doing now. But I'm gonna share with you the screen
here. Are you going to produce it as black and white, or are you going to produce it as color with inking?
Well, at some point, I wanted to start off me doing everything, be the one-man show, right? Like at least the pilot,
That's hard.
the one shot, the first one, the first one. Which is gonna be
okay.
It's gonna be a pilot, right? So just to get the feel of it, and then I'll have to hire some help along the way. I'm trying to figure out how to.
Have you ever read any webcomics like Dr. McNinja?
Not that one.
So Dr. McNinja is just kind of a popular one. There's a lot of them. The reason why I ask is because they have to move at a really fast cadence, like the difference between a movie and a sitcom, where you've got episodes and people are trying to produce content on a really regular basis, at least a weekly basis, instead of a movie which takes 6 months to a year or more to shoot, edit, produce, and so forth. These little shows, they have to move faster, and that's kind of the cadence of a webcomic. And I've watched the way that these guys have worked, and those who are successful have almost always said, look, I need, me as an artist, I need to draw, and then I'm going to send it to somebody else to ink it. And it's a passion project where you have the colorist going in, and it's kind of like equal parts. They'll split their profits, or they'll figure out, some kind of way to arrange payment based on the ads that they run on their, the ad revenue that they make from page views on the internet. But they share the responsibility of drawing and then coloring, because that keeps you moving fast enough that you can produce content pretty rapidly. And honestly, not every piece has to be not every pane that you draw has to be a masterpiece, right?
Put it this way. Are you in the stream? Look at the screen right now. Yeah, I absolutely what you're saying is 110%.
Dude, that's quality. That's quality, dude.
You see, if I'm gonna be entrepreneurial, what I want to make sure I want to put out quality, but I'm also learning how to draw faster. But I sort of like trying to find that tedium, that perfect, that medium right there, like of moving faster. But I want to get the feel of it, so then I can instruct my assistants. Like, this is what you get. What I'm saying. So that's why I'm sort of taking a sort of Sisyphus approach to it, learn everything there's about Photoshop. I mean, as much as I can. Then learn about the other Illustrator, use it, dabble in it for a bit, learn it, come out with like the pilot, and then once it, get it on its legs, and then I believe it's gonna be something good. Then start looking into hiring, certain people, colorists, separate jobs, and just get to the point where you're saying, work on the pencils alone. I kind of wanted to get back to traditional. But this is dope too. You know, I guess I'm able to. Let me just zoom in. You know, I like the. It shows the quality. When you put into it. Now I'm working on a camouflage pants to it. I didn't really want to take it there, but every time I challenge myself in my mind, I was like, oh, I don't want to fucking do this. Just like at the gym. Now I'm definitely have to do it. And then it becomes something even greater than I originally.
This is really good stuff, man. I would spend a little bit more time on the face, on the faces,
Yeah.
the facial feature, because that's where the eye goes. And you don't want the face to be wonky. You can screw up everything else except a face.
What is not translating well? This face right here, particular, the lips.
So if you're the viewer looking at this person, the eye on the left is a little bit too small. There's too much of the vanishing point on the face where you've got the front of the face. The front side of the face is a little bit. The vanishing point on the front of the face to the back of the face. It's too much in comparison to the body. Unless he just got hit, and his head is swiveling on his shoulders. He's going back a little bit too far. Don't take that as.
No,
please don't take that as.
I'm not.
This
I'm
is
not
not
at all.
terrible. This is so good, man. The quality of the art here, the quality of the coloring, the shading on the body, the anatomical correctness of the body is on point. Is on point. You're doing great. Hands are very hard, but you've got the hands here. That's very good. Very good. But you're doing really well here. I'll just say spend extra time on the faces. Unless you're gonna put a superhero mask on them, which makes it, really easy. But if you've got a face, you've got to spend time on that, because that is what people will look at first and last. And the expression too. And this is fantastic art. This is so good, dude. Please accept my congratulations on a job well done already. And I know you're not even finished, but this is top notch. This is top shelf, dude. This is already ready for prime time. I'll just spend a little bit more time on the face, and then this is dialed in.
Yeah. So this story here is like another one, but it's gonna be in. See, I love shonen. I love action. I want to do martial arts, but on paper. I want the martial arts pretty much a movie in paper in 2D, and I want to be able to transcribe that as just articulately as I possibly can, yeah, I want to share that with people, because I want people to be enthralled by the story, by the action, and that's what the photography thing is that we're doing right now. It's gonna have the spirit of fighting, but how am I gonna fit that in the plot? Like, what are the motivations? For what reason are they fighting? Does it seem plausible in this comic book world? I was thinking tournament.
Well, photographers and artists love to fight.
Yeah.
And the reason why we love to fight is because we have strong opinions about the way that things should look. Otherwise, we wouldn't be artists. But here's the other thing. And this is what I would recommend as one of the conflicts that you potentially explore in your story, is that artists attach their identity to everything that they produce. We are our art. When you produce a piece of art, it's a piece of your soul. It's a piece of the fiber of your soul. You put that out there, and then somebody says, "Oh man, look at that! Look at that! I'm not feeling this. This isn't that great, And then how do you feel as an artist? You feel like trash. You feel like trash because they didn't attack your art; they attacked you. Artists will get offended very easily. Like a musician, you can't tell a musician they're singing badly. You can't tell a mother that her baby's ugly. But when you call an artist out on their art and say, "Oh, this is crappy," this is simultaneously, one, how we grow through constructive criticism, but two, it also hurts. It hurts as an artist. And so one of the conflicts that you might want to explore is how people hurt one another's feelings. You have somebody that's highly analytical, for example. You said one of your characters is really scientific and really thoughtful and takes a measured analytical approach to life and to their art. And then you might have somebody else that's more dynamic, type A, shoots from the hip, doesn't ever schedule anything, is always running 5 minutes late. And you can explore how those personalities conflict because just they're different. And one person's going to irritate the other. Oh, you think you're better than me. You're always blah, blah, blah. You're never good enough to make a plan. Oh, you think that I'm irresponsible? You've got that. And you've also got the conflict of people that, oh, wait, I was just trying to give you feedback, but you hurt my feelings. You know, you don't have to say hurt my feelings. That kind of sounds weak in terms of storytelling.
But you could explore that.
People
There
can
is
get
such a
deeply
kind
offended.
we could even have such a sweet soul as if that you wouldn't expect in an aggressive venture, right? As a photographer, it has to be sometimes, sort of be in a if you want to be professional, you could explore many different personalities and just exaggerate their quirks, because in the spirit of gag, you get what I'm saying, laced with some serious tones of maybe absolutely personalities. We have now I'm thinking more in terms of like the bigger story arc, subplots, then the bigger arc, like the big bad. Because it's gonna be like shonen-esque, I suppose, like because this photographer wants to be the best, and what does it take to be the best? You know what I'm saying? To take it further, then, and we could throw in some like historicity in there. Ansel Adams, he was this kind of, I mean, we could. I say we because it's sort of like, we could keep coming into this room and adding to it. Yeah, a bit long-winded there. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sharing all this with me, man. This is actually really cool that you would share your creative process. Please don't take anything that I'm saying to mean that you're doing a bad job here.
Not at all, man.
I think
Trust
that you're
me, not
doing
at
really
all.
cool stuff.
Bro, I'm not the kind of guy, just so you know, you don't have to worry about walking on eggshells. Like, I can sense that it's coming from like a constructive place. So, I don't think that at all. And also, I'm that character. I'm trying to be the best, And for that, like, it sort of takes a lot of like inner work too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I make it a sort of like interdependent thing, where everyone can like help each other out. That's my attitude toward life. Like, I'll take criticism myself. Even as an artist, like to be even better artist, I have to humble myself. I have to like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you got to remember one important thing. It's still your story. It's your show. You are the artist. You make the ultimate decision on what happens or what doesn't happen. And sometimes certain decisions are going to come down to just really pragmatic criteria. Like you're going to have to decide, for example, eventually the pace at which you draw, where you decide, okay, am I going to move fast or am I going to slow down for the sake of quality? Not every frame in a comic needs to be amazing in order to tell a good story. If you think about the most successful like illustrated TV shows, you're talking about Simpsons, Family Guy, and the like. And the quality of the art is terrible. They did not spend a lot of time drawing anything. They spent a lot of time telling a compelling story, and that's why everybody watched it. Nobody watches The Simpsons so that they can say, dang, look at this art. It just takes my breath away. But they were massively successful. They were extremely successful because they told a great story for 2 freaking decades.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still telling that story. And every then the nostalgia bug bites, and I'll go watch a clip on YouTube.
For some reason, the audio's cutting out on this app. It's diverted the audio away from my speaker and into my into the phone speaker. So I'm gonna try to cut back over to Clubhouse.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay, cool. We'll see you over there.
Great. Nail salon. Must be a real hoot nanny over there. So Nicole's gonna be in the comic though.
The comments bled in over here. Did our conversation bleed in over here?
Let's assume yes.
Cool.
Well, at least my voice did, I think. Yeah, Nicole inspired us too. You know, she wants to. She's gonna be part of the Motley crew.
Yeah, sorry. I just haven't had the nail salon.
Hi, Nicole.
It's all good. You're doing your job.
I'm good.
I was able to join the room, so maybe my extra drama yesterday didn't rule me out. Well, I figured I would wake up and be blocked by 50 people.
Oh my gosh, no, you're fine. You're good. I couldn't unmute. So, Gianni, I could hear what you were saying in response to Tony, but I couldn't really hear much of what Tony was saying just because it was quiet.
It was next level.
Yeah.
It was all
Yeah.
next level. It would have blown your mind. It would have blown your mind. You're like, oh my gosh, wow.
When you were talking, also, I was thinking possibly the photographer could be part of a gallery, like, you know, like an understudy to a gallery, and the protagonist can be one of the critics to the gallery. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, if you're gonna have an art gallery as part of the setting for your story, it could be really cool to do something like a night at the museum side story, where some of the art comes alive, and you've got the art that's fighting.
Well, that's
Some of the people in the photographs of one artist come out and kind of wage war on the people in the photograph of another artist, some of the photographers. So it's a proxy war.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
that would make for a wonderful, you know, like subplot. You know, like you gotta have like every single kind of moment happen.
it would just give a good setting for him, like something, because I'm pretty sure other than being a photographer, he wants to have like a normal position. So he can, I mean, obviously, not everyone does it full time. But,
Like this guy's jumping from rooftop to rooftop, adjusting his camera settings nonchalantly.
his landscape, city shots.
And then yeah, this like what in my Discord you're gonna see. I'm gonna PTR soon. I'm gonna finish it faster. So
'Cause I can't change it or anything.
so
My nails are wet.
you're gonna see how this shot is just sort of scenery back.
You can involve a drone too.
He's going through the LES.
Thing in his camera bag.
What was that?
Said you can involve a drone as one of the things in his camera bag.
Right. And he could have. Of course, you gotta throw in that drone. But he rides that shit. You seen that? You seen that video?
That makes me think of the Green Goblin.
People have done the Green Goblin
Yeah.
in real life. Hell yeah, he's gonna do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people have done that green. Some crazy people out there, crazy fun people. Someone has, yeah, it's gone one of those Twitter viral videos. So this, yeah, we were just going into it, Tommy and I. But I had to remind them that this is also your brainchild too. You know, we need models in this storyline because you know maybe models won't have other representation. You know.
True.
But yeah, we were just going into it, Tommy and I. But I had to remind them that this is also your brainchild too. You know, we need models in this storyline because you know maybe models won't have other representation. You know. in mainstream media, that kind of thing. Maybe you'll draw attention.
And like you said about the thing, the photographers in New York, you're gonna have that as a setting for, you know, Fashion Week or whatever you want to call it in your comic.
What's a week where a lot of galleries happen? Is there a special?
I mean, I know that certain places have like a gallery row where it's just all galleries, art districts, things like that.
Where is it? Where, and do you know where in New York they have one usually?
I don't remember where the arts district is in New York, but I know where it is in Louisiana.
It could, I think it's Chelsea, maybe.
I think it might be Chelsea Square.
Somewhere there, somewhere in Chelsea. Is what I imagine. I see some galleries on.
District in New York. It'll come up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm drawing rooftops right now,
Nice.
and this guy's gonna be jumping. Rooftop. There's a shot of that.
See, I'm telling you, you have to make it a superhero because if he can do that type of stuff.
He saves lives. He saves lives. Yeah, he is low key. Just didn't want to be boxed in. You get what I'm saying with the label, but I guess technically. Are you taking more photos or modeling these days?
Modeling. Modeling is always first. Photography, you know, is my hobby.
Uh-huh.
I'm shooting this weekend though. I have 2 models coming to the studio. I have 2 vintage cars coming, and I'm doing kind of like a black and white vintage lingerie shoot with them.
Okay.
So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Ooh, what camera body are you using?
I'm using my friend's Nikon. I think he's got a Z6.
Nikon.
Yeah. Because my DSLR won't capture it the way I want. He
Okay.
usually lets me use his. But I'm gonna hopefully get a Sony soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I need an excuse to take more pictures. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm taking a long break. Well, I use my iPhone 13 now, and I use the body to stream myself drawing.
Right.
But I still have another one. It's collecting dust.
Yeah. I just really want to get a mirrorless.
Yeah. But because it's why?
Yeah, I was
Because
gonna
I like to see, okay, I like to see the changes in camera so I can adjust in the moment and not miss something that I may miss using my DSLR.
Okay, that makes sense. If that's a big thing, because yeah, the viewfinder in a DSLR shows you exactly what's going to happen based on your settings to a certain extent. There's something like long exposure that it's not going to be able to forecast.
Yeah, exactly. Mirrorless, like I can adjust my ISO and see it completely how it's going to look when I, have it on the computer.
Yeah. That's always helpful.
And it's not just because I want shiny new things.
But even if that was a reason, it's not a bad reason anyway. Yeah, forget that you just have you don't have the screen in the back, right? Like the
I have a
DSLRs.
screen on the back of my camera. It's just not. It doesn't show me.
Pictures.
shows what's in front of me, but not what
Oh.
it could be.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
Okay. Something else is gonna happen like in the fifth panel because like there's no punchline soon. Okay, what's the next thing?
Somebody backing up a truck into your studio?
Aha. Yeah. It might as well be.
It's funny. I mean, he's in New York, so.
No, he does all this just to go to a cafe. I want to be like,
It's so funny. He's gotta have his coffee.
yeah. But he makes the dopest entrance. He doesn't go through the front door. He goes through a rooftop window, a vent.
Oh, you're talking about the comic guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking the dude who was backing up. I was like, oh damn.
Oh no. That was not the bit.
That's funny.
That would have gone into a bit, yeah. I'm drawing to it still. Trying to keep the stream of consciousness going. But it's having too serious of a tone right now that I'm sort of trying to.
Yeah. I mean, and that's okay.
Yeah, it
Kind of
is.
like light humor.
But it's like 6 boxes. I have 2 more. And I've done the establishing shot. In New York's.
What do you have so far?
The links in the Discord. If you have time to
I
pop
can't do
in.
it. I'm getting.
Let me take a picture of it. Yeah, better.
You can invoke emotion, whatever emotion you want to invoke, by making your protagonist or your characters feel a certain way. If you feel like the tone is too heavy, lighten it up by giving your characters different feelings.
Like a smile or something, or
Okay.
something like that. Is that what you mean?
Well,
Well, if you want to lighten it up, have your character do something utterly human that anybody can relate to, whether it's fart
Like
or
sneeze.
crack a joke or why am I thinking about sausage right now in the middle of a fight? That's kind of joke, that.
a memory. Okay. He could go into his
Why would
head
I-
right now.
Why would I think about why am I worried about what I ate for breakfast?
Yeah. So you could PTR. So Nicole, you can see what it is.
I can't PTR at the moment, but once my hand
Yeah.
goes, I can.
Okay. I like that. He goes in his head. Something is in his head. That way it could take away from this scene right now and just go somewhere completely different. So if some sort of photographer is concerned.
Maybe he's trying to remember if he brought all his lenses or something, or if he charged his battery, or emptied his car.
I wanted to get right into like what is this gonna be about, because I think I done build up.
Okay, well,
He's
if
going
you're
deep.
building up the camera being only like that when the batteries are charged, then you can go to the battery part and basically be like, oh crap, did I charge my batteries? Because if I didn't, and then you go into a scene.
Okay, there's all that. That could happen as the story moves on to the next plot point, which is he's concerned like about a job. I'm thinking, does he have a flashback to the guy, to his client? The client wants a specific job, and maybe this job's a little extra. Maybe he's asking him more than he's used to doing.
Oh, that's cool. You did really good at the camera.
Um, you're gonna let me give the client. How does a client usually look like?
Funny. Someone just came into the nail salon who's doing a photo shoot today. That's fun.
Okay. He's getting the gigs he don't want to get. So you have a grandma paying him
We just gotta go shoot a baby.
like nickel and dime.
Because everyone says baby photography is the hardest.
Right. Some baby photography. Is that like the most unwanted gig?
No, I think weddings are. Just kidding, Chris.
So here's a thought, somewhat random but different. One of the things that you could explore as a potential piece of conflict is also the conflict of jealousy. That you might have somebody who is, you may have somebody who is a really studied master at the craft, who's not getting gigs and not getting jobs, and people are not calling them because they have a corrosive personality. Meanwhile, you have somebody else who's not very skilled, but lands all the jobs. And you've got this conflict going on between them. Because there's going to be some jealousy. You're going to have some jealousy on the part of the person that is landing the jobs, but can't get approval from the person who's a master. Because the person who's the master looks down their nose at somebody who's doing a crappy job. But on the other hand, you have the master who's secretly jealous of the protege. Because the protege is getting all the gigs that the master thinks that they're entitled to. And the master isn't getting those gigs because they have a corrosive personality. They're an asshole.
Yeah.
It's just a recap. We're basically designing a comic book about a photographer whose camera has, capabilities that are kind of superhero-esque.
Cool. So the camera has superpowers, huh?
Well,
It's a technology, in a
Yeah,
sense.
cool.
Let's hope he never upgrades.
right.
It was a magical firmware update, and nobody else got it.
It's something that Sony did in the future, I guess,
Yeah.
and it got transported through time.
What did you say? We're gonna spell it SONI. Sony. Chris, what
Or
would
it's
you
a
say
Hasselblad. It's a
your least
Hasselblad.
favorite photographer, job is?
Real estate.
Real estate. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, just dealing with real estate agents is I'd rather deal with a bride every day of the week. Because at least brides are willing to pay. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They're, like, these fucking real estate agents are making like $15,000 on a sale, and they're bitching about $150 for photos of their beautiful houses in Venice. So it's like I'm like $50 to $100 less than everybody else. Like I don't do that. It's, and then just driving around, and it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Not the dog. So I make $400 an hour doing what I normally do, and then I'm only making not even making $200 for like 4 hours worth of work. Just not even
Right. And you're being treated not well, so.
right. And I know and the funny thing is I know the real estate agents personally, so it's like it's even weirder.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Good.
No, you're good. Do you like comic books?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
I used to read the little comics that were in the newspaper when I was a kid, but that's about it.
Gianni, you might have to mute me then, because I can't mute myself. I don't want to have a bunch of background.
No, I don't hear anything.
Okay, alright, good.
Oh, just keyboard typing, but that's cool. So we established that children and wedding photography is the most laborious.
Children in real estate, I guess. I always hear wedding, but then, I know a lot of people that shoot weddings that like it.
Well, if you get a real bridezilla, sometimes like the thing that makes something not fun is to have a client that is just awful, and the ways that they can be awful to you are so many. Like they all, I swear they all get together and plan out how to make your life miserable as a photographer. Not all people are terrible, and I know that, and I don't want to paint that picture, but if you're looking for conflict that makes a story interesting, you're looking for the kind of drama that makes a story compelling, then those are the kinds of things that people will talk about how they got screwed over and walked on, taken advantage of, how people are trying to mow over them, or peer into all kinds of different ways that a client can screw you over. Just ask, take a poll, you'll get about 50 million.
They want to do a portrait in their apartment, but it's like, oh man, this is just, I don't know. This person is just like, has a filthy apartment, like, and the sort of photographer needs the job, so he's got to do it. And there's a lot of cats in there.
We just heard somebody come on the other day and relate a terrible true horror story where a photographer got sued by a pair of lawyers that got married. And the lawyers sued the photographer because they felt like their pictures were out of focus. And that's awful. Can you imagine?
Yeah, what the heck?
And apparently the lawyers won, and the lawyers took them to the cleaners. Like, how are you going to do that to an artist?
Damn.
True stories make the best stories, and good authors steal those good ideas. In fact, you could just go and look for what was the juiciest headline in the photography space in the last 1 or 2 years. Not only will you tell a good story, but it'll also be timely.
Absolutely, that's good. Good advice right there. I have to go on Reddit.
Now with wedding photography, it's you hear the horror stories, you hear all the bad stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, but you have to love crazy, right? You have to love chaos, because that's what basically a wedding day is. It's just like as soon as you start, it's you're on a strict timeline, and there's so many different factors that make you late. You have hair and makeup artists, you have coordinators changing things, you have things going where they're not supposed to go. They have construction, they have like all sorts of things that can pop up at any second. You have to have the ability to adapt and overcome quickly and figure out something for your client, because at the end of the day, your clients aren't going to give a shit what happened, or they're not going to give a shit if the lighting sucks in a venue or something like that. They just want the same exact result every single time that they booked you for. And in my opinion, a true professional knows how to get around that, knows how to manipulate light, knows how to adapt quickly and think on their toes. And that's what I don't know if it was like the military or whatever it is. I just had a conversation the other day with someone, and they're asking if the military kind of helped me with weddings. And I was like, yeah, in a sense, it helped me deal with different people. It helped me deal with different opinions on things. It helped me, you're dealing with, like when I was in the military, I was with people that were, I was stuck in a car for 14 hours. You're forced to get to know each other. You're not just going to sit there in silence like a sociopath. It's just not going to happen. You have to get to know each other. And I'm talking to people from all different types of backgrounds, all different types of experiences, places around the world. I was for 7 months. I was in a patrol Humvee with a Turk, and he never wore deodorant, and it's 110 degrees. So you just adapt and overcome. It's just, I don't know, maybe that helped me, but for weddings you have to love it. You have to, otherwise you're gonna get burned out really quick. And typically within the first wedding or two, if you're gonna love it or not. So yeah, weddings are crazy, but it's all on how you market yourself and how to target specific people. Like I haven't, knocking on wood, I haven't had a bridezilla yet, and I've been doing this for 7, 8 years. I've always had, all of my clients have always been real laid back, just really chill, and they just let me kind of do my thing, and they just want me for my art, not so much, they just kind of let the reins go, let me do my thing, let me control the timeline, so this way we're not that stressed, and not let your hair and makeup artist control the fucking timeline, which I just
good. See, I like doing photography, and I want to do more freelance work. Um, as I do this illustration. Um, and I don't know. I've been staying away from wedding opportunities because it just seems. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy. Um, I had an experience at my cousin's wedding. I did the stuff for them. But I don't know if I could do it, to be honest. But I know it's a lot goes into it, and of course, do things right, you get paid handsomely for it. But it is good to know that angle, sort of. Just makes me think if that's something I might consider
Like if you
doing.
were, you said you shot a wedding.
For
So your cousin's wedding, you said?
yeah, yeah.
And just shadow another photographer that you don't know, because it's a lot different when you don't know the couple. I can promise you, it's 110% different because you have to find a common ground or something. Like, that's probably where I probably strive. Is it may take a while sometimes for some people, but eventually they're gonna open up. Because like I want to have a really good idea of how to make them open up through the questionnaire and through the engagement session. We kind of get like a foundation and we kind of build it. So it's like it's simple as finding something they're interested in and learn, like just looking it up, right? Oh, well, they like you guys talk about comic books, right?
Yeah.
I could Google some things about comic books and just get like a quick education on it. This way we have like a foundation to talk on, like, and I can just straight up say, hey, I don't really know much about it, but explain it to me, and it gets them talking, right? It gets them really knowing, like I'm getting to know them while people like to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about myself. But
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please go ahead and finish your thought.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Just keying off that idea, it made me think of something else, which is that I think it would be hilarious if you dedicated one of your comics simply as a parody of what happens on Clubhouse. Make up a fictitious app called like Hub House or something like that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Or Club Shack, and then some of the personalities that are just awful.
Okay.
Make caricatures of them. Make caricatures of the photographers that come on here and just make
just torture them.
Clubhouse or something, and just absolutely piss everybody off.
Yeah.
Or the kind of drama, because Clubhouse is not short on drama. Apparently, I didn't know that until yesterday when Nicole and everybody were telling me some of these nightmare stories about all of the fun antics that you see over here.
Right.
That could be fun.
No, that
It would also
sounds
give
up
you the
something up my
opportunity to
alley.
absolutely roast somebody
That's
in fiction.
that sounds right up my
I
alley.
have a character named Mike Son. Instead of me.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
Funny you should mention. Yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna have to do a lot of research though, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of lurking. And it's gonna be biased, I suppose. But I gotta have to ask everybody for an accurate depiction. Could be. Get a good lawyer too. Cause like I said, my drawings sometimes they used to make people. They didn't make people cry, but my friends, drawing battles, caricatures. People still get mad even in their age now. You think that's
They
something.
got mad, or they got like I thought you might cry since they were so good.
That too, cry of laughter, but the parody being so, I guess on point, that this is, even to this day, you have people that take offense to drawings. So I gotta think about these things. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I also want to make fun to these. Just bring attention, I guess, to these people, these comedic figures that take themselves too seriously. I suppose everyone should be laughing.
Just do what South Park does. Just
Yeah,
try to get.
Oh yeah.
that's pretty much what it's gonna be.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna PTR.
You know there's going to be blowback, but that's what it means to be an artist, right? if you go into satire, like you said, like Mad Comics, you're gonna make fun of everybody. It's equal opportunity, open season on everybody. You get to make fun of the things that are weird and stupid and silly and very human about all of us.
Yeah. No, you see, you put it that way, man. I get a sort of firmer grip on the reality and the
I was
possibilities.
trying to make sure that you don't get canceled.
Yeah, I'm so already on playing defensively. It's gonna stammer me from my creativity. It's gonna stifle it a
Well,
bit.
then, it's too late to publish anonymously. I hate that people throw one another away. I was thinking about this last night as something that I might even want to discuss today. It's because it goes on so much. It's the phenomenon or the idea, the lie rather, that people can't ever be different. And I touched on that yesterday in comments that I made, that one of the greatest gifts that we can give to one another is the permission for that person to be somebody different today than they were yesterday, when they're honestly making an effort to change. Otherwise, they'll never grow because you didn't love them in the direction that they needed to grow. You didn't give them an opportunity. You didn't give them space to grow, to be better than they already are. And so the exact opposite of that is cancel culture. The exact opposite of that is to say, look, you screwed up. You can never be loved. You are worthless. We're going to banish you. Nobody will ever even say your name. Never get a job again. Can't work. Like, this is a terrible way to treat people if you're trying to actually affect change. If the idea that it's going about affecting change by saying anybody that we don't like, we throw away. As opposed to saying the way that we're going to affect change is we're going to acknowledge that we all share this world, and we're going to try to help people who are struggling to come to a better place and love people in the direction that they need to grow. But because that takes a lot of time and energy, the easier thing is to just light people on fire, throw them in the trash. And that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah,
Definitely terrible.
that's some lower level shit. That is so we can bring attention to that.
Tommy, I told my kids yesterday about, I don't want to go back into the conversation about it, but I told them how in China kids have smarter things on their feeds. I was like, they're trying to make you stupid.
Well,
my daughter's like, oh no.
Think about it. If it were your goal and your mission to absolutely destroy a social system, to destroy a people, to destroy a culture, what would you do to it?
Yeah, no, I know, but it was just funny because they gave me this look like, wait, what? No, they're 10 and 8, so it was like, it was a lot, but...
So I don't even know where I read it, and I promise not to explore this too deeply because you said that you didn't want to talk about yesterday's conversation.
Just because it's so deep that we're kind of just lightly hanging out at the moment.
Sure. I remember reading, I don't remember where, but one of the things that was used as a weapon of war during the conflicts under, and please don't make this a political statement, but under the president during, what were the year? Just the Iraq war. The Iraq, the Iran, the Saudi time period where George Bush Sr. and Jr. were presidents, and they were off fighting wars over there. And this isn't a commentary on the morality of that. I think it's awful. I think it's terrible. But the point is that one of the weapons of war that were used is they dumped pornography and drugs into these villages. So going back to yesterday's conversation about what TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Meta, all of these companies are doing to the consciousness of young people. You know, what are they doing to young people? If you wanted to screw up a young person, what would you give them? You give them TikTok. That screws people up.
It sucks because, like, I watch TikTok and I know the power of it, but I'm just...
Things can be used for good and evil. Things can be used for hurt. And this is no exception. And if you look at the way that it's being used, it's not always good.
No.
I think that was the concern that a lot of people had yesterday. Is like, well, what is this doing to our society, the society that we share, the society that we live in? How does this, impact us as human beings? And for those of us who have parents or nieces and nephews, that kind of hits heavy when you think, okay, what is this doing to my family, my community,
Do you
the
know
place where
what else is affecting people? And this I'm only saying it because I'm in a store. Why is Christmas stuff out?
Okay, true story.
I'll forget about
My kids ate all of the Halloween candy. My kids ate all the Halloween candy that I bought early. So I bought Halloween candy early so that they would have something to eat. So I would have something to pass out. On Halloween, I go into my closet in my office. I open up my office closet. All the Halloween candy is gone. So I'm like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? My kids ate all the candy. What am I gonna do? So I go to the store. There's nothing. There's a whole bunch of people fighting over, there was nothing left. And so I went around the corner and they have all of this Christmas stuff. And there's this guy coming out of the back with a big old forklift, pallets of Christmas candy. So guess what I passed out for Halloween?
Christmas candy.
You know it, and the kids didn't care. The kids didn't care. But I just found it hilarious because here on the very day of Halloween, they're wheeling out Christmas. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's October 31st. Start playing Mariah Carey.
Thinks about Thanksgiving. Like I don't.
I'm hyped for
Can't
that.
they be, like Thanksgiving Day stuff.
I'm ready for the tryptophan trip.
I'm gonna drop for a little bit because I've got to offload some stuff from one of my cameras over Bluetooth. I was gonna keep my phone busy for a little while. Give you guys a break from all of my talking way too much.
Oh, you're fine. I'm walking around CVS with my arms full of just random shit. I didn't get a basket because I didn't think I needed one, and yeah.
You never think you need a basket.
No, and I got a drink from the gas station before I went to the nail salon, and I opened it in here, and I'm like, shit, they're gonna think I bought it, I'm buying it in here, because I didn't get a receipt, because I paid with Apple Pay.
You're gonna have to give him the innocent girl
Right?
eyes.
I don't know what you're talking about, officer. No.
Okay. I got a lot so far. I'm about to PTR again.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's awesome. I just found Count Chocula mini cereal bars.
Chocula.
Awesome. Count Chocula,
He's still up to no good. I see.
right? Bought translucent powder because a makeup artist recommended it. Jesus. Chris, Patrick, what are you guys up to?
A lot. So much shit.
A lot. Are you editing?
Yeah, I'm editing. I'm like 3 weddings behind. I got 2 engagement sessions. I found my session edited.
Nice.
Client calling about any minute now. She's supposed to call me, and then school stuff that I'm grading and grade all the papers. It's just nonstop.
I forgot you have to do the school stuff too.
Yeah.
Guys, I booked 2 family sessions for November. So didn't think I'd have to do that ever again. So
Charging accordingly.
I mean, I honestly didn't know what to charge them. I just was like,
What would you end up charging them?
What?
Would you end up charging them?
I charged one like 500 and then the other one 800.
That's fine. That's good.
Is that good? I don't know. I felt like that was like super low, but then I was like, oh fuck, like I feel like I should have did in-person sales thing, and like, you know, I don't know.
The whole in-person sales thing to me is a little scammy, but you know,
It feels a little scary too, but they make so much money.
I know it's so annoying. But like, you know, you see like, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Like my clientele that I go after, like they're so laid back, right? They just want to pay for a service and be done with it, right? They don't want this labor-intensive relationship with their photographer, and that's what IPS is. It's like, oh,
I feel that. Like,
yeah,
I would be pissed because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like millennials don't do like I wouldn't if I like paid for a session and then like I have to like go to an appointment thing and they like fucking present. I'd be so annoyed with that process. Like,
absolutely.
It's so funny.
Well, it's like the people that end up like having those types of clients are the ones who have the bridezillas. You know, those are the ones you get. And for me, like if it's done right, you can do it. Like I know a guy who makes like $200,000 profit. Like that's after taxes, after all expenses, $200,000 profit a year just from in-person sales, which is great. But he has a whole system, and it's a really labor-intensive system. And he only books like maybe like 10 to 15 weddings a year. That's it. But he's charging ridiculous amounts of money for the show-up fee, and then there's another fee for like all the prints. And he said he literally wines and dines them. Like he brings them to their house. He's got a big studio, and they have like a fire going. And they got
So it's all
cookies out.
experience.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's what you gotta do.
Too much, man. I just can't. Who the fuck has time for that?
The guy who's made it.
I don't.
He made it, man. Big time.
Yeah, but I just never, like, I always feel like it's like the bait and switch type thing, unless you're like completely upfront with your client, right? This is how it happens, this is the process, which they're probably not, but, and then, you know, I pay like $5,000 for me to show up, and then, you know, now I'm gonna charge you extra just to get all your photos. It's just weird to me, it's just kind of scammy.
I would rather pay a premium up front to be like, okay, it's $4,000 up front, but you get all of this stuff. You get like
Exactly.
the 30 by 40 print or the whatever other bullshit that you
Yep. I feel the same way. I know business-wise, it's smart to like sell stuff separately, but as a consumer, I would prefer to work with someone who's gonna include that stuff and possibly have an option for like large prints or, you know, stuff like that, or albums.
Yeah, that's what I do. I have I have like a package. It's basically like a bare bones package, right? It's like just me for 8 hours, and all you get is just an online gallery, nothing else. Then the second package is you get me for up to 11 hours max, but you get a second shooter, you get a complimentary engagement session, and you get a custom USB box, and plus the online gallery. And then a lot of people go for that one. And then the other one, the last one, is basically throwing the spaghetti at the wall. It's got like everything the second package has, but it also includes a 12 by 12. I gotta look at it. I can't remember. I changed it recently, but it's 12 by 12 album and like a 30 by 48 print or some shit like that. You know, it's kind of like throwing them all. Most people go for my middle package, so then that's where I work.
Yep. Yeah, it's smart to make your middle package just just a little bit higher than your first one, so people are like, well, you get this much more for this price. Let's just go with that one.
Right. I mean, for only like $700 more, you get a second shooter. So it's like, why not go with the second package? Because I'd rather not shoot wedding by myself. I'd rather have someone with me to have my back.
And be able to capture more images, more moments. Yeah, smart.
What really
I
needs
feel
to
like.
be increased. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go first.
No, I was going to take it to a completely different route. Go ahead.
Oh. I was gonna say, I feel like I'm really good at marketing stuff. Like, I'm really good at selling other people. Which sounds crazy, but like, I'm always trying to help my friends get, you know, clients and things like that. I think I just enjoy marketing in general.
I mean, I'm working on a new package where it's basically I've been going back and forth with this so much, and I probably already asked you guys, but I'm working on a package with just it's solely black and white. Like it's every photo.
That's cool.
It's kind of like a reverse. Like typically, like most of my photos are color, right? And I give you like a handful of black and whites. Now it's gonna be the opposite. It's gonna be all black and white and with a handful of color. And
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like upsell as like a luxury thing because it's black and white is just timeless, right?
Yeah.
And it's
I was gonna say
easier.
that was too.
It's easier for us to edit because obviously we're not worried about color grading and all that other jazz.
They don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know that. But just shooting it in camera in black and white monochrome, and it just I already have like the highlights and shadows pretty much where I need them to be in the camera.
Yeah.
So it's really not much editing. You know.
Are you a high contrast or a low contrast black and white?
Higher contrast.
Okay.
Because a lot of times with black and white, like especially if you're like shooting against highlights, it will fall. It like even if it's like a slightly off highlight or a little bit brighter in the background, it will the background will blend into your subject a little bit more. So adding a little bit of clarity sometimes depending on the photo, and then a little bit of contrast for sure.
Yeah. Right in here right now.
No. I mean, it's nice if it's done right. Some people just go way too far with it.
Sometimes.
What did you say? You broke up? No, I don't hear you at all. She go. We didn't hear anything you said. Sorry.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I'm walking back to my house, and I think my phone was trying to connect to my Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
So.
So what was
Oh, I said sometimes everyone thinks it's something being overexposed is what it means, but it's not.
Yeah.
Tired.
Your wedding's July or June 30th, correct?
Yeah.
Because I just the wedding for the next day.
Nice. Cool thing is you're not far, so
Yeah.
doable.
Well, this one is what is this? Let me see. It is in East Norriton. I guess it's near Plymouth Meeting. So it's not quite Lancaster. It's not even close to Lancaster, actually. It's under your King of Prussia. There we go. Oh God, Mike Moon's on the stage.
What?
In the other room. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's not on stage anymore. Maybe he got kicked out.
There's a lot of people in that other room, but I can't leave this one
Why?
because I've been keeping it open. I mean, if Gianni wants to hold the fort down, I don't mind going over, but
I mean,
that would be
it's,
messed up.
I
No.
like that room anyway because it's just. Well, let me go. Let me. I'll be right back. Let me see what they're talking about. I'll be right back.
Let's put the
I
old.
promise. I swear.
I was gonna hit the old dusty trail, but before I do, let me just send you this quick snapshot of what I have so far.
Okay. You did really well with the camera.
This is just sort of like the thanks. This is like there's nothing set in stone here. Comment. It's all Alright.
Oh shit, I can make a sound? What is that? Is that a new feature? Hold up here.
Ooh, new patch notes.
Do something.
first.
Let me add green.
Oh shit, I can.
I heard that.
What? Yeah. Hold on. Let me do something again. Oh shit.
Wait, why'd you do that? I'm not even looking at the phone though. So I mean.
You know how you could do like a meme or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, this you go to sound instead.
Yeah.
Oh, you can have loads of fun with that.
Oh my god. I wonder how many people know. Or if I just found out and I'm late to the game.
I'm late with you.
That's so cool.
It was just drama. Mike Moon was on stage, and then I guess I just got in there when Mike Moon left, and we were talking about it.
While you were gone, I figured out that I can make sounds on here now.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
So hold in to where you go the GIF, and now you can. Oh my god, that's so awesome.
Yo, this is new shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, the emojis make the sound, right?
Like land your plane, bro.
Oh, okay, it's limited.
These are cool. What's the rewind one? Oh.
Play one of those sounds, so please.
No, that's okay.
I just want to hear them all.
I don't care. Oh, I like that one. I think you're wrong.
You're right. Alright. Wait, was this one?
Which one is that? The trumpet?
No, it's the party hat.
Okay.
Party guy.
Yeah. Oh, the trumpet does it too. Dear John. What's up?
Smalley coming along.
How are you doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing alright. We just found out you can do sounds on here, so we're playing around with that.
How do you do that?
You hold in your photo, like you would to put a GIF up, and you click sound, and there you go.
Whoa, I don't have that.
Oh no, you might have to update.
Oh, man.
Tell me, do you have it?
No, not yet. I'll go check for an update.
We're just special, I guess. No.
Be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna have too much fun with this. Alright, I just got home. I need to eat something before my kid gets home. And watch some daytime TV, because that's what moms do.
Sounds like that was a good time.
There's an update.
There's not, or there is?
There is, so I'm gonna try installing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll link with you guys later.